Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hitchcock, founder and president of Giant Jacks Media. Thanks for jumping on Giant TV. Really excited for my two guests here today. I have Vipon Kumar, who's a Vistage chair doing amazing things. We're going to hear from him in a second. And then I have Eric Langley, who is an AI expert, travels around the country advising businesses on AI and innovation. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you, Paul.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, and Vipin, let's jump in with you. Want to hear about what you're doing there, building your practice out, and then also how AI might be coming up within your practice.
Yes, it is. I have 4 Vistage groups. I started in March 2020 when everything was shut down. So I have 2 groups of CEO. I have 1 group of key executives, and they all tell me, can you start something for our middle managers? I started the 4th group of middle managers, which is advancing leaders. Currently 55 members.
Wow, it's a lot.
Both my CEO groups are very active in terms of acquisition, mergers and acquisitions. And so we are talking about technology all the time. I have people, highly educated people in my groups.
Mm-hmm. And where are you located, Vipin?
I am in Conshohocken, just 10 miles out of Philadelphia.
Got it. Yeah. And what's happening when you say people are talking about it, because your groups are getting together on a monthly basis, you're processing issues. I imagine in those sessions, the AI technology is coming up all the time.
All the time. And we discuss it regularly. As I said, I have the members who run technology companies.
Right.
And we have discussed often how AI will change the way we do things, like some of the things which we do with the interaction of humans, will they go away? Or are we going to use it in a way that we're going to outsource things to AI? Some of the things which we do now in our day-to-day work.
Yep. Yep. Are your members also using AI and have executed on some of this discussion, they're having? They actually, embraced it and doing stuff?
They do AI, they're going to use in their office. For example, somebody going to recruit people in sales. And they might actually run through all the resumes and see, kind of sorting out the resumes which are good for them from the point of view of keywords. And some are using it to write the email. Some are using it to the kind of regular work.
Yeah. Yep. And different industry groups you have there, just is it across the board or is there
across the board? So
yeah.
If I say out of 55 members, I have maybe 40 unique companies in my system.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. All collaborating. And do you have space for more?
Yes, I have space for more because I have 4 companies sold in the last maybe 6-7 months. They had joined my groups to see, could you help me do some exit? Can you help me kind of clean up the businesses? And I want to sell my company. That was the first call they had, and they have been very successful. They can utilize all systems in Vistage and my past experience and the members and the processing. They used everything they could use, and they had very good exits.
That's great.
So as a result, I am seeking 5-6 new members to kind of fill the spots. Yep. And that is where I am. I'm always talking to good people.
Yep. Yep. Love it. Well, let's get over to Eric. So much going on, Eric. And let's jump in. What do you want to focus on here? You're on mute. You're on mute. Sorry.
Now unmuted. There we go. It sounds like Vipin has a really dynamic group of people over there. And you think about all the different opportunities in all those different industries. There really isn't an area that isn't going to be touched by AI. As he mentioned, some of the things that we're doing right now, we just won't be doing those anymore. And I love the outsourcing to AI term. I think that's a great thing because a lot of the work that we do nowadays is rote or automatic or repetitive. And if we can eliminate as much of that as possible, we're really going to be going from work that is kind of mindless to meaningful. And that's a big deal. from a perspective of being a human, of being a person. You're
Yeah.
being used at your highest and best way, and that's powerful.
Yeah, and so Eric, describe what you're doing when you go into a business. How does the issue of AI come up? Because I know it's a piece of what you do, but in the context of what you're doing, how does it play in?
Sure, AI is a piece of what I do. I'm a fractional innovation or fractional AI officer, if you will. So I go in and I help companies really develop strategic plans around the changes that are coming from AI. And kind of you take a look at all this input that's coming into businesses, it's almost overwhelming, all of the different choices that are happening in the marketplace. And we try to bring some order out of that chaos and come up with a roadmap for what the future looks like. Most businesses have objectives. They want to get here, they are here, and we're looking to close that gap.
Yeah, yeah. And Vipin, jump in any time, but Eric,
Yeah,
yeah,
I like the way when Eric just explained. See, just imagine as we do the annual budgeting, annual business planning, we say, okay, these are the number of people I need in my department. There is a box you should have AI. Now, these kind of activities, these kind of jobs, this kind of work can be outsourced to AI. Yes, we need human interaction with AI. How do we issue instructions? How do we do the guidance to AI systems to help you get the right kind of output you're looking for?
Exactly. And it used to be when you were designing software or building a business process, you would sit down and a person would gather a bunch of requirements, like what are you trying to accomplish? AI really is no different. It needs to know the context and the requirements, what you're looking for the output to be. And it really puts the onus or the requirement on the requester to be able to speak that in an intelligent manner. In order to do that, you have to know where you want to go. What does the end result look like? And it makes it a lot easier to get a good output that way.
I mean, it is just like as we started the e-commerce and we said the customer service is outsourced to the customer. Customer is entering the data, customer is entering where this will be delivered, all the payment terms. Now, when you are interacting with AI is going to do as good as you give instructions to AI. AI is not going to think for you. You have to think for you, ask the right question, then you get the right answer. The art will be in asking the right question.
Absolutely. And that's where ChatGPT, of course, a lot of AI we're talking about is ChatGPT, even though
Mhm.
machine learning is still a valuable tool in the arsenal. But nowadays they've just come out with the GPTs. That's what they named these little tools that you can make. So you can teach ChatGPT now to do certain functions in your business. And I do it all the time now, from proposals to landing pages to a number of different things, little GPTs that are trained in a specific area. The other thing that you can actually teach AI to do or to have is a value system. If you teach the AI to operate in a certain manner according to a certain value structure, it will do that if it has that instruction. If you don't tell it to do that, then it'll do whatever it thinks is right. So you really need to get fundamental things like values and the reason that you're doing something. It needs to know the end game as well, and then it makes better decisions.
I think you have very well explained. I will just add to that, just like you're teaching a child how to operate in a world the child is going to enter. Consider ChatGPT AI or GPT as your child, which is not
Yeah.
biological, how it is still interacting like a biological thing, that it is in a if you're adding a question, you're getting an answer, how you train it to respond to you, it will respond to you. I
Yeah,
100% agree. I tried a few things
exactly.
on AI as I was writing some of the articles, and I will add into the chat GPT, and I will not say give me this. I say, can we debate on this subject?
Hmm.
Can I have your ideas on it? This is my idea. What do you think about it? I'm kind of training the whole system to think and not to just get back to me with the first answers you're gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you don't start with those, Vipin. You don't start with the end result. You
Yeah,
start with, what are some ways that we could do this, or what are some
yeah,
scenarios, and you get some
yeah,
ideas. I like to have it make an outline of something first, and then you can get a feeling for how the neural network is thinking, and then you
exactly.
can redirect it or say,
Mhm.
yes, you're on the right line. Let's expand on those things. I've got an ebook on deploying AI strategy that I
Yeah.
created with AI
Mhm.
at my prompting. So it
Yes.
did what I wanted it to do, but it's a powerful
Yeah.
tool.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're all instant authors now these days,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. And
great.
I was a pretty good writer before,
Yeah.
but I'm so much better now.
Oh yeah, God, I have a lot of questions about that. Maybe offline, I got to ask you about that ebook scenario. That's amazing. But so then, question to both of you: how do you master AI when it's moving so fast? There's
Mhm.
so much going on. There's so much information out there. Quite frankly, I find myself overwhelmed with it. And I'm, and talking with you, Eric, and others, figuring out what do I focus on. But how do you get a handle on it?
Yeah, I mean, the overwhelm is a factor, and I think the biggest thing that I like to do that gives order to that is create a list of possibilities of scenarios or initiatives, and then start to rank order those. And don't do it with just one person rank ordering those initiatives in the company. Do it with a dozen people, all the way down to the people doing the tasks up to the higher levels. And what you're going to see is you're going to see certain things start to rise to the top when you start to rank order. And what you'd like to see is like two or three things that everybody kind of agrees, yeah, we need to do this. And that's going to show you where the pain points are or where the opportunities are in the company that
Yeah.
people agree on.
Yeah, and I got to say this too because I'm going to give you some props here, Eric, because it's in line with this question. Is there was feedback recently? You were on a session with the owner of a business and the executive management team, who they were overwhelmed. They were thinking about a lot of things. You got on there with them and really, brought it home, solidified things, got them focused, started, look at the blueprint, talking about what you just mentioned there. The feedback was insane. I saw the feedback from someone else who was on that call and said this was incredible. It got the whole company excited now about the opportunities moving forward. So I think that was the beginning for that company and bringing it home. And so I want to mention that Vipon, in partnership with Eric, and you're going to see this around this video, as a complimentary AI strategy session.
Mhm.
Make sure you get connected with that. You get connected to both these gentlemen. A lot going on here, but that strategy session is for business owners to get in there and have a meaningful discussion about, okay, what is going on with your own business and what's happening with AI. Vipin, you want to mention anything about that?
See, I have asked all my members to continue exploring.
Yep.
Everybody has their own exploration, everybody has their own business topics. Some topics are common. Common is like if they are kind of building a go-to-market, the strategy and the templates and all those things, which sometimes take too much time, it doesn't need too much intellectual powerhouse. So Chat GPT or GPT can help them do that. I have asked them to rank order the things they will not want to do themselves, or they don't actually like to do those things. See if they can take kind of the help from ChatGPT, and continuation on that. Sometimes, if we are making any report, or we have a report, we say, "I need executive summary of this. I don't need everything in this." So I have seen people, they will copy paste the whole thing. Say, "Could you summarize this in half a page?" So these are some of the things we do. I mean, I have seen people, I mean, doing it. As I said, it is very evolving. It is very early stage. How do I see when we just started internet, call it, I mean, web zero, 1.0. So we started internet and we have World Wide Web. Then we started to do emails.
Yep.
Then we started to do some commerce like Amazon and of the world, that is, I mean, Web 2.0. What we now talking is Web 3.0. It is evolution, but it's not culmination. It's going to continue in this. We might see after a few years. I mean, it will be next version of this. It's
Yeah.
large language models. It's pretty complex, but as it is learning by itself, it is becoming a system like which is bionic.
Yeah. Love it. Great topic. We could talk about this forever. And I want to thank both of you for being here. And thanks everybody for listening. We're going to continue to follow both of you and have some more education going out. Thank you, Vipin. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.